Do you guys want to know over 70 different players that I'm predicting for this next roster update on June 13th to make you guys millions of stubs? Stay tuned. If you're looking for cheap, reliable MLB The Show stubs, look no further than our sponsor, U4GM. They have fast delivery and is always safe. Make sure, if you want to save even more, to use my discount code Deebo at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's going on, guys? TV Deebo here, and today we're doing a roster prediction. The roster update is on June 13th, and that is only in 4 more days. We're really close. We are super duper close, and definitely think it is time to do a little predictions. So yeah, man, we are doing a bunch of players in this game. There is going to be a lot of them. So we're gonna move us down there, and we're just gonna start, man. Judge, I don't think he really does anything differently. Think he'll stay 93. Tatis should be fine. I could see Shohei go up to a 92, but I don't think it would affect his price too much. Hopefully not. J-Ram's been good. I think he'll stay. Bobby has the opportunity to go down by 1, but I don't think he will. Freddie, I think, is pretty stable at his overall. Tariq Skubal is now the first player that I can definitely see going up like 1,000%. He should at least be a 90. I'm thinking more of a 91. Tariq Skubal has been one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. Next, we got Ketel Marte, and that boy is an 89, and I can also guarantee that he goes up at least 1 overall for sure. But I'm thinking maybe 2. But yeah, I would not say it would be out of the question to see this boy Ketel Marte at a 91 overall. I think he deserves it, honestly. Zach Wheeler, he's an 89 right now, but I definitely could see him get to a 90. He played earlier today, and I believe he didn't get a win, but he got 7 strikeouts, only gave up 1 run against the Cubs, so he didn't have a bad game. But he'll get a no decision, I believe, because I think it was tied. Who else we got here? Mason Miller, he's been a little bit rocky this year. I think you could probably drop him to an 88. But I mean, if you want to keep him at an 89, he's not really doing that bad. Now Lindor, Francisco Lindor. I think this boy deserves at least a 90 overall. He's been insane. Very, very good. I don't think he'll give him a 91, but a 90 I think is in order for him for sure. Soto, he's supercharged now because he got on base a bunch of times. He's been doing a little bit better recently, but I think 88 is fair, so I don't think he moves in price or in overall. Mike Trout, he got to go down, man. I know he just came back from injury, but he still hasn't been good. Can't overlook that. I think bro drops down to an 87. Mookie, I think is most likely going to stay, but I think I could see him to an 89. I don't think that would be too bad for him. I mean, you might as well make the Dodgers more of an expensive collection anyway, because they're expensive enough as it is. Paul Skeens is one of the best pitchers in the entire world, man. He's got to be 90 overall, I think, at least. Jacob deGrom, despite being 36 years old, has also been electric this year. I think they'll give him a +1 to go to an 88. Either that or he'll stay at an 87, which I don't think is bad either way. Corbin Carroll, man, has 18 homers on the year and should be one of the MVP front runners for how he has just been playing this year. Absolutely out of his mind. And I think that he should get a +2 to go to an 89 overall. I think that's just fair. He's been absolutely insane this year. Logan Gilbert has been a little bit injured, but he's been good this year. I think he'll stay at an 87 though. Ronald Acuna, we haven't seen enough of him. He came back from injury recently, from being out for like so damn long. Thinking 87 is fine. I don't think he should drop but he definitely shouldn't go up. Now, it is hard for me to talk about my boy right here without being a little bit biased, because I think that he deserves to be over a 90. But I think it's more than likely that he'll only get a +2 to go to an 89 overall. And I think that's fair. If you want to do that, do that. He is still really young, don't get me wrong. But man, I mean, dude, his fielding is incredible, but his hitting stats are horrible. And he has not been hitting horrible. So I'm just saying, he's got to get upgraded, 100%. Bryce Harper's been a little bit injured, so he's probably just meant to stay there. Wyatt Langford, he's been pretty solid. But I think he'll probably stay. Will Smith, I think, is also in line to stay. Maybe could see a +1. I think we got to see at least a +1 for Kyle Tucker. Tucker's been great. Cubs have been great as a team. He's been really good. I don't know much on Jackson Merrill. Can't say much, honestly. My boy Cal Riley. Now this is gonna shock a lot of people with my prediction. I usually say I think people deserve Cal Riley 100% should be a 90+ overall. He has been a top 5 player all year. I don't know why he's been so good, but he has. He's batting like almost 280. He is, I believe, leading the league in homers with 26. Dude, he just can't be stopped. This guy has been genuinely a insane player. And if you're not gonna at least give him a +3, that's a travesty. So I'd say at least an 89, but I think the sky's the limit for bro. I'm not gonna talk about Joe Ryan's fine here. Hunter Green, we haven't seen enough of him since coming back from injury. I could see him go down by 1 because he's been but I think he's fine at an 86. I don't think he should drop. Brian Wu is somebody that should drop -1, I believe. Hunter Brown's been good. Corey's been Yoshi, I think he's like right there to getting 86. I don't think they'll do it. But I do believe he's like right there to being an 86 overall. He's an 85, which isn't bad. Evaldi's injured. Garrett Cole's injured. Vladdy, he hasn't been great this year, but like, it would be hard for me to see them drop him to a gold. So I think he stays. Bregman, he's hurt. Jordan's hurt. Garrett Crochet. If he didn't have that absolute blunder, I'd say he would be an 87 lock. But I still think he gets upgraded and goes to an 86, man. I still think an 86 is valid for him. Munoz, I think, stays also. He had like 2 back-to-back pretty bad games, I'm not gonna lie. But he's still having an incredible year, and I think they aren't going to diminish him for that. Pete Alonso, man. It's very tough between him and Lindor for who's been the best player for the Mets this year. Pete has to go up. He has to at least go up by 1. I'm thinking more like 2. I think he deserves an 87 easily. And if you wanted to make him the same overall as Juan Soto, I can't fault you. I can't fault you for that, personally. Josh Hader, man, he has been really, really good recently, and his price is reflecting that. As the price that he is right now is at least 86 price. And honestly, I'm more thinking that he might go to 87. I think he'll be the highest overall on the Astros after this roster update at an 87 overall. He has been phenomenally good. One of the best closers in the entire league this year. Chris Sale has also been really good. Getting a bunch of strikeouts. He was an 87 to start the year. got downgraded to an 85. I thought that he deserved an upgrade last roster update. They didn't give it to him. He stayed. I think he for surely deserves an upgrade now. At least one. I'm thinking he deserves to go back up to an 87 though, honestly. Chris Sale has been very solid this year. Very solid. And the last diamond that I think could see an upgrade from the ones that are here is going to be Ellie. Ellie's been very solid, but I don't know if he's going to get a diamond. I mean, his stats, his fielding is great. He's always a phenomenal fielder, but he's batting against lefty, and I mean, overall his power and contact numbers still aren't that great on righty. So, and he's been getting some hits. He definitely has. I could see him getting an 86 overall, and getting the +1. But he probably stays in an 85. But I could see an 86. I think he deserves one. But I know how SDS works sometimes. I think this brother right here deserves to go down. Gunnar has not been great ever since coming back from injury. And I don't think he deserves to be a diamond anymore. The Orioles themselves have been horrendous. Alright, that's enough of the diamonds, man. We got some golds, though. Julio Rodriguez is a player we're going to talk about. Who is... He's priced over an 84. But under a diamond. He's really is right in between that spot. I honestly thought they could have given him a diamond the last roster update. I thought they might have. They didn't do it. He's an 84 though. And I think he stays. Unfortunately, I think he stays because I have a decent amount of him. I really do like him, and I think he'll go back up to diamond eventually. If not this roster update, he definitely will be going up very soon here. Anyway, I do like him. Not a bad buy either. Cody B. Man, Cody B, he was looking really exciting. I had a bunch of him. I have none of him now. He was looking like he was easily going to be a diamond this roster update to come. Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm thinking more of him just staying at an 84. I think that's fair. I don't think it would be fair to downgrade him. But if they were going to downgrade him, they'd probably give him -1. This guy right here, Spencer, ever since coming back from, which I agree is a very harsh injury, we got to downgrade you, man. You got to go down. At least -1, but I feel like it's more deserved to be a -2. I don't know what they're going to do. We will see. Michael King has been injured, but I think he might get one more start before the roster period stops counting stats. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But it's more than likely that he just stays in 84. Pablo is also injured. He's had a few games where I guess he technically could go down -1, but I think it's more than likely that he stays at an 84. And then when he comes back, they'll give him the chance, be like, hey, if you pick it back up, you know, you're right there to get a diamond. Willie Abreu is somebody I was really excited about early into the roster update. He got an 84 overall. He's been interesting. He is hurt, though, and he's not coming back until, I think, like 2 weeks from now. So we're not going to see anything else from him. I do kind of think that he's more than likely going to stay at an 84. I'm hoping they don't drop him, but I think he's more than likely going to stay in 84. Okay. Now this dude right here, Manny Machado, is an 84 right now. He's been one of the best players in the league. He really has. Before the start of the year, he was batting like 300 plus, and that was great. Wasn't really getting homers much. Thing is, since his roster update, he's still batting over 300. I think he's like close to 320, if I'm not mistaken. But he's finally getting homers. He's 100% a diamond lock. Don't care what anybody says. He's at least going to be an 85. I think he could be upwards of an 87, but I think he'll be in the middle of the two and go to an 86 overall, which still leaves room for you guys to upgrade. Is it the most amazing profit in the world? No, it's not. Definitely not. But I definitely think that he could go up to an 87. I don't even think that's out of the question. Truly. Teoscar Hernandez. Man. What happened, Teoscar? You was right there, man. He got injured. He still had amazing stats on the year. Stats don't look as great, but they're not horrible, you know? I think he stays in an 84. But I do think he's really, really close to getting downgraded to an 83. We will see. We will see. Ooh, Max Fried is up next, and I love this guy. Love this guy. Should have been a diamond last roster update. Everybody knows that. Everybody thinks it. Still is in line to be a diamond, man. His price is very close to a diamond. I think he could be an 86. He had a really bad game against the Dodgers, which probably impedes him from being an 86. But I think he for surely is at least a diamond, man. I don't know what more bro would have to do to not be a diamond. He's been amazing. He truly has. And despite that Dodgers game, I still think he's had enough of good games this roster period to where he will get at least a +1. But if he got a +2, I think that's more of in order for him. Sonny Gray is who we're going to talk about next, who's 7-1 on the year. 3.3 ERA, which is a little high, but man, he's been doing really well, especially during this roster period. He was a diamond at the beginning of the year. Do I think he's going to go diamond again this roster period? Nah, unfortunately, because I have a decent amount of him. I want him to go diamond. I would love that. But I think it's more than likely that he only goes to an 84. He's going to get upgraded, 100%. He's going to at least go to an 84. If he went to diamond, that would be great. Maybe there's like not as many diamonds as previous rosters, so they're like, just give Sonny Gray back a diamond, you know? So we'll see. We will see. Zach Neto, man. I love Zach Neto. Should have been an 84 to start this roster update. I think that they will fix that, though, and give him an 84 to begin this next roster update. Unfortunately, I thought he could have went diamond. Not going to be diamond. I don't think, at least. But I do think an 84 is in order for him. Speaking of which, his teammate, Logan O'Hoppe, was in line to also be a diamond. He was absolutely insane. And I think I copped most of mine at like 1,800. So I took a decent L on that. He's more like 1,400 right now. I don't think he's going to go down in overall, but I don't think he's going to move. I think it's more than likely that he stays here at an 83, which isn't bad, but it's like, man, he had so much potential. He has 14 homers on the year. He's still having a very solid year. So, like, I mean, if they wanted to give him an 84, you know, I'd take it. I would take it. Next person we're going to talk about is Eugenio Suarez, my favorite player of all time. And been absolutely killing it for the Diamondbacks. He is tied in first for homers for the Diamondbacks. I think he has 48 RBIs and 42 runs or something like that. He's batting about 230, which is a little low. But, I mean, dude, he gets homers. In the last 2 games that he plays, he got a homer in both of those 2 games against the Reds. I mean, I think he deserves an 84, at least. But I don't think it's out of the question to say that this guy could be a diamond. He's gotten upgraded every single roster update so far. And I don't see how that doesn't change. He's still been amazing. So, I'm thinking more like an 84. But, you know, if you want to give him +2, I'm here for it. Give it to me, man. Pause. Anyway, we're going to talk about Duran Duran, who has been pretty solid this year. Thing is, his hitting stats are what's bad about this card. They kind of translate into real life because he only has 4 homers on the year. Has not gotten a homer this roster period. He has gotten RBIs and runs. He also gets contact with the ball. He's been making pretty decently hard hits. It just sucks because he's not hitting homers. I do think that he is in line to get an 84. He was an 84 to start the year. I think he should go back up to an 84. We got Brenton Doyle here next, man. And Brenton Doyle is an 82. Or I'm sorry, he's an 83. I think he should drop to an 82. Possibly an 81, but I think that might be a little bit of a stretch. He should get downgraded though, for sure. Carlos Rodon has been one of the best pitchers in baseball. Despite him selling me, and I guarantee so many other people last night, not only sold me because I have over 100 of them, but sold me because I put money on him, man. Why did you have to have such a blunder? He was looking like he was going to be an 86 overall at least. I still think he's in line to get a diamond though, man. Like, I think a lot of people over-exaggerated with his price. He was down to like 17, 1800. I copped some. He's back up to 2.2. I've seen him closer to 2.5 earlier today. So I think that he's still going to go to an 85 though. Seiya Suzuki, man. Seiya Suzuki. I remember copying a bunch of him, like, to start the first roster period, and he got a +1. I thought he was going to maybe get a +2. Only got a +1. And then he kind of turned a little bit mid, like he wasn't as good. But I'm thinking that he is finally going to get the recognition that he deserves and go to an 85 overall, man. Cubs have been great. He has been one of the best players for the Cubs, and I think he deserves a diamond. I definitely do. I think a lot of people would be upset if he did not get diamond. We got Jeremy Pena up next, who I also believe is going to get diamond. All three of these guys right here, 83s, should go +2 to an 85 overall. Jeremy Pena is no exception. He's hitting almost 320. Just ended a hitting streak that he had, like a 12 or 13 game. He's been really good. He's been super duper good. One of the best shortstops. And I think should be another diamond for this Astros team, man. All right. Next, we got Drew Rasmussen, who is also an 83 overall, who I think will make the diamond, man. I do think he's really close to it. He was looking like he could have like been a lock and also closer to an 86, but he did have like a bad game last time that he played, which was just a few days ago. He wasn't like amazing in that game, but he wasn't that bad. I still think he's in line to be a diamond, 100%. All right. Who else we got here? Lucas Ursig has absolutely cooked himself. So if you have this guy, get rid of him. He's gonna go down at least 1 overall. I think it's probably just 1. All right. Next, we got that boy Chris Bubich, who is at 2,500. He was just like 2,000. Oh, okay. I guess somebody just put in a buy-in for him. So he's 2,150. I think he's really close to being a diamond. I think it's going to be kind of tough for him to get a diamond because he has to get a +3. He's got to get the Hunter Brown jump, man. Do I think that he gets it? Yeah, I do. I do think he'll get a +3 to go to an 85. He's been really damn good. He plays again on Wednesday against the Yankees, which could be a boom or bust spot. But I don't know if stats are going to translate from Wednesday into the roster period. So we'll see. We will definitely see. All right, that's all we're going to talk about on that page. Emmanuel Clase, though, we got this boy up next, and I think Clase has been one of the better closers in the last like 2 months. He's been very solid. At least in the month of May, he's been very good. Hasn't given up a run in quite a while and is getting a bunch of saves. Definitely during this roster period, he has deserved an upgrade. I think we could see a +2 for him to go back up to an 83. He was a diamond, and he ain't there yet. He was a diamond to start the year. It's not there yet, but you know, if he keeps picking up how he's been playing, he's there. He's gonna be there for sure. 4 is a little generous. I'm thinking more like an 83, but I don't think an 84 is technically out of the question. I just wanted to be more safe. But I think an 83 is fair for him. He's been electric, bro. 22-year-old rookie. I don't know where the hell he came from, but he is coming. And he's still going to keep coming. We got Edwin Diaz next, and I think bro is in for a +2 overall. He's currently priced as close to a +2. He's like right there. And I do think that is a fair price for him. And you can pay $612 for him. And if he goes to an 82, you're making over $300 a pop. Michael Garcia, I think it deserves 2 overalls. To an 82. I don't think he's gonna get it though. I think he might get an 81 overall. He'll get an upgrade, 100%. They might hill him and only give him an 81, but I think he deserves an 82, 100%. And I think the last gold that we are gonna talk about is on this page because there's no more golds. Mackenzie Gore, bro. I really want to be very careful with how I talk about this guy. I really like him a lot, and I think that not this roster update, listen, not this roster update, but the next roster update, Mackenzie Gore is going to go diamond. The way he's been playing, he's been phenomenal. And I think he deserves at least a +3. At least. I think a +4 is more deserves for how he's been, truly. I believe he was a bronze to start this year, and he's now a gold. And he's going to at least be an 80. He's going to at least be an 82. I don't know how harsh they're going to be, but I think it's more than likely that he'll be an 83. So he's still investable in my opinion. Even if he only gets to an 82, you still got the chance to invest in this card. But I think he's more like an 83. Possibly an 84. And the last person we're going to talk about is Framber Valdez in terms of the gold. We got a few more. Framber, let me pull up Yo stats recently. He's been pretty good aside from against the Pirates. He gave up 2 runs, but he had 11 strikeouts, which is great. Gave up 3 walks and 4 hits. And the other 2 games that he played, he only gave up 1 run in each of those games. Got 9 strikeouts against the Rays and 5 against the Mariners. And has gotten 4 straight wins. I definitely think he could be in line for an upgrade. He's pretty closely priced to an 81 overall. I could see an 81 being more likely, but I think an 82 is possible for him. He's 6-4 on the season, 84 strikeouts, 3.0 ERA with a 1.0 whip. And he plays the White Sox on Thursday, which won't count to his stats, but will definitely probably boost his stats because the White Sox are ass. Anyway, we're going to talk about a few silvers that I want to mention. Rhino Hearn, I think is very close to an 81, but it's more than likely he goes to an 80 because the Orioles suck. Carson Kelly has been leaning on it for so many roster updates. And I think they'll finally give him an 80. But it's only going to be an 80. I don't even know how to say bro's name. Rafaela is how I'm going to pronounce it. CR. I'm going to call him CR, you know? My boy CR. What are we thinking from my boy right here? He's batting .250 on the year, 36 runs, 6 homers, 25 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases. In the month of June alone, he has 3 homers, 3 of his 6, and gotten a 4th homer. Just okay. I mean, I don't think it would be out of the question to say that this guy deserves at least an 81. More than likely, I think he deserves an 82 though, but I think it's more than likely to go to an 81. Just gonna say that now. His price is already pretty tough to invest in. Not gonna say that you should invest in him, but I'm saying that he definitely has a possibility to go to an 81, or an 82. Nice. Okay, let's look at Dylan Cruz next, just because he's at a 79. He's really close. It's always nice to get in on the silvers that are kind of cheaper. Oh, Dylan Cruz has been hurt for a while. Was not aware of that. He'll stay. Let's look at Kodai. I know Brent Rooker is at least going to go up to an 80, but I think an 81 is in order. He's been super damn good since the last roster update. Like, he's actually been insane. Hitting super well. Kodai has played 3 games. He has 2 wins and 1 no decision in those games. And gave up 1 run, 2 runs in this one, 1 in that one. Where he had 6 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, and then 5 strikeouts. So he's at 18 strikeouts in those 3 games, which is very solid. It's a very solid number. That's 6 on average. I'd say Kodai's in for at least a +1, maybe a +2. I'd say I would cap him at an 81 overall, for sure. Alejandro's going to go up by 1. I think Paredes deserves to go up by 1. He's been a little bit shaky, but I think they'll give him the +1. We'll see. We'll see. Andrew Abbott, I think, is only going to get a +1. The sky was the limit for this guy to start, and then he started not doing as good. Not going to lie to you. But I think he'll get a +1. I think Schwellenbach, who was a gold at one point, deserves to go back up to gold and be an 81 overall, which means that there is still time to invest in them if you want to, but that's just me, I will say. James Wood, he'll finally get the coveted gold overall. He'll be up there. This is the last page we are going to talk about at least, but I think he'll get an 80, not an 81. Probably not, because he's been a little bit shaky recently, unfortunately. Because I just traded for him in fantasy. Thanks, James. Let's pick it up. All right, we're gonna talk about Carlos Santana, who has had an insane hitting streak recently. I don't know how many games exactly, but he has been hitting the ball every single game. He's at least gonna get an 80 overall. I think if you have him though, it may be in your best interest to sell him off at the current price and buy him back, because I think he'll probably just land at an 80. And even if he landed it at an 81, he would be... you would still make good profit. I will check the recent games to see if I condone what I just said. Yeah, I would do that. He's batting .256 on the year, 31 runs, 7 homers, 30 RBIs. I definitely think he is a decent price to sell right now. And I think Yohan Duran deserves to be gold. I was thinking that he was pretty close to doing it before, but now I believe it is time to give him the gold overall treatment. And the last person we're going to talk about is Randy Rodriguez, who is at a staggering almost 900 right now. So Randy Rodriguez has not given up a run in a very long time. And just the last 3 games, he has 2 holds and 1 save. He strikes out people. In this whole roster period of the games that he's played, he's gotten 4 holds, 1 save, and has not given up a run. At least not since April. Yeah, this guy, he's definitely getting upgraded, 100%. And I think that's all we're going to talk about. I do want to say, if there are more players that you guys want me to cover, let me know down in the comments, man. I definitely am here and ready to answer any questions that y'all got for a specific player that you really like or specific that you're really curious about. Let me know, man. Also want to say we hit over 900 subs, man. I just want to say thank you so much. We are on the road to 1,000, and when we hit 1,000, I am doing not one, but multiple giveaways to you lucky guys. For you guys showing all the love that you had been showing to me, I want to show back to you And I just want to thank you guys for everything that we've been doing so far. But if you guys have stayed this far, you definitely should hit the sub if you're new, and the like on this video because you stayed so long. And check out this video right here that I just uploaded on roster investments that you guys need to be copying last minute before the end of, or before the next roster period is updated. Or check out this video over here that we also uploaded on how to get one of the best pitchers in the game the fastest. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like, hit the sub, and I'm out. Peace.